AUCDII.
Alrighty everyone, welcome back to the Australian Ultimate Championships here in Canberra. My name is Angie and this is Dan.
And the first pool goes up.
So we're here watching Hills and Dinos.
And Hoss Dino centers it into the middle. It's a team that's focusing on fun this weekend. And they're bringing the intensity from the start. Some very fast cutting. It's looking a bit cluttered in the middle. Left without a dump for the moment. A dump comes back. She managed to find the upfield pass. And now Hossa moving it up very well. A big huck comes up. Oh, just out of reach.
Yeah.
They were just getting the movement there.
So a bit of a horror look from
Yeah, Hills are coming out in a horror right here. Looks like we have a bit of a bracket from the Hoss defense. Trying to force a disc out wide in that horror. Hills, the team from Sydney, are bringing a lot of experience to this tournament. We've also got a few under 18 players to bring that athleticism as well. Swings out wide. Nice under, great grab. Dump's looking for it back, she gives it to her. Shoots it back up the line. Very wide open Hills player on the sideline. She sends it very deep.
Oh, it's a great read.
Still not quite in. Looking for an option, her dump's coming back to her.
Oh, it's a little far out.
We got Hoss Dinos back on the disc. Swing it into the center. Got some very experienced women on this Hoss Dinos team. Played with Hoss from its very beginning, and we see a turnover right there. Just out of reach again of the Hoss player.
She's not really liking her options here.
Yeah, they had someone poached in the end zone, couldn't see her. And now they're playing the unders right here. Very poached player.
And there's a pick call on the field.
Looks like they're just discussing where all the players should be.
Coming in on 0, lots of time.
Oh, just out of reach again. It's another turnover, and Hoss streams deep straight away. They're not going to send it. Instead, she comes back under, gets a nice high floaty
nice
pass.
Nice grab from Wallbridge. Very nice.
And she sends it deep. Wallbridge sending it deep. It's a great grab. We're going to have a discussion here whether it's in or not. And it's called a goal.
Very nice. First goal for the game.
Angie, what were you seeing in that first point right there?
Looking very nice. They're moving it around the field very well, very composed. So it's getting a little bit windier, so hopefully that keeps up.
Great horror look from Hills as well on that defensive offense. Bring out a bit different look from that vertical stack. So lining up horizontally across the field to open up that space under and deep.
Yeah, Dinos has some very excellent throws, and they're definitely looking for a long game as well. So hopefully we'll see a bit more of that this game.
Got some very tall receivers on that Dinos line.
There's the whistle.
Yeah, Hoss Dinos coming out on defense, a team that is focused on fun, supposedly throughout their whole season. This is the first tournament where they've had everyone together for the games, but not looking like it in that first few points. Excellent pull.
Lovely
just
pull.
Staying in.
Yep.
And Hills gets it moving quickly through their handlers. Doing some great handler movement off that pull. They've become a bit stuck on this sideline now.
Eldred's not really letting it get that reset.
Oh, that's a great block.
There was a call, a stall out call on the disc.
Yeah, we're going to have a little discussion here.
McCoy's definitely signaling the stall out. And
yeah, it looks like they've agreed to the stall. Disc is tapped back in. Away we go.
Eldred on disc. She's looking deep.
That's a great put up.
Oh, great look. Very lovely. Bit of a spike there as well.
There's some huge excitement after that point. It's the first break of the game. Goes to AUCDII. It's a very important game for both teams. It's the pre-quarters right here. Team that wins will go on to the quarterfinals to continue their season along.
So we were talking to some of the Dinos girls, and it turns out their team came about because of a wine tour, a winery session, and they decided to pull together a fun team full of friends, some returning HOS players. And so we've even got McCoy who's come down from Brisbane to play. So it's a very fun team, lots of experience, lots of athletic receivers.
You'd have to be a pretty fun team to be made at a winery.
Yeah.
All right, Dinos with the pull again. It's another very nice pull. And just in line with the brick mark. Turnover straight away from Hills. It's a bit of a miscommunication there between the handlers. And Dinos gets it moving quickly. Great up the line cut there from number 19. She sends it deep.
Oh, lovely. Was that? Oh,
yeah, I think it was called out the back.
Oh.
Great run from that Dinos receiver, but just a bit too many wheat picks on that throw.
Yeah, Camden read that really well, but just out of the field. Lovely put as well.
And we see Hills coming out again in that horror look. Walking it up, we got a HOS player poaching deep, and she's going to get involved in this play. Throw sitting. Oh, Georgie Burchett with a great D. She's going to pick up the disc on the turn.
Definitely not wasting any time with it. Camden trying to help out. Oh, lovely. And there's a pick call downfield.
Both teams bring a lot of noise and enthusiasm to this game. They both know how important it is for their seasons. Disc is tapped back in. We got HOS coming out in a vertical stack.
Oh, great grab.
Burchett with another amazing grab. She looks inside.
Oh, beautiful.
And they look back to Burchett again. Expect her to see her running a lot of this offense. And she sends it deep.
Oh, very lovely look.
Fantastic grab. HOS are moving it very well from the start. This Dinos team looking that little bit more fluid than Hills at the moment. Again, Gross with that score. Great receiver, great grab there. I think Hills are going to regroup on the sidelines. Looks like there might have been a timeout called. HOS getting off to a very strong start in this game.
Here's that replay of it. Lovely shot into the end zone. She just ran onto it. So beautiful.
Great read. You can see this game was predicted to be a close one. There's second and third in their pools coming into the crossover.
Yeah, I heard there was a three-way tie, and that's why we're all here. So it's going to be hotly contested.
Yeah, three-way tie, 1 win, 2 losses in Hills' pool. There's second, third, and fourth. Hills needed 1 or 2 more points to come second, but couldn't get there in the end. So they're coming in as the third place team from their pool, playing the second placed HOS team, who are looking very, very strong out the gate so far.
What do you reckon Hills is going to do now coming out from this timeout?
I reckon Hills is looking to move it very quickly amongst their handlers in that horror look at the start, and I think they should keep to their plan. Seems that some of the errors have just been some basic execution looks and maybe some ill-advised hucks that have hung for a little bit longer than they hoped for. But I reckon if they can iron that out, they'll be looking at a strong team very soon. What do you reckon, Angie?
Yep, I reckon you're right. And we'll see how Dinos responds. The wind is not quite there yet, but maybe we'll see some zone or something different.
Beautiful, sunny, still Canberra day. If only every tournament was held in Canberra. Could all throw overheads all the time. It would be beautiful.
Dinos with the pull.
And number 25, Mabel Eldred with the pull. It's coming up. A little bit short, but it might roll or bounce.
Oh, lovely bounce.
Sure, she meant that one. And there we go. We see Hills moving it along through the handlers once again to start us off. Now they're looking upfield a bit more.
Oh.
Another deep shot goes up. Reading it best as a Hills player. That's the first goal for Hills.
Fantastic.
Hills
on the board.
Yeah, Hills responded strongly after that timeout, coming out with a very clean offensive point.
As you predicted.
They stuck to their structures, moved it around until that shot came up, and they executed that perfectly. See on the replay now, it is a beautiful deep shot.
Such a nice read as well.
Great goal by Sharon Pang there. Managed to get on the right side of her Hoss defender. Now we get another look at that Hills D-line, see if they can put the same pressure that the Dinos were putting on them. The pull coming up from Hills. Nikki Gangham with the pull. Burchett centers it in the middle.
Oh, looks like a zone look.
Yeah, we've got a zone coming out. Couple of defenders around the disc, putting that high pressure on. We'll see how it works in these not particularly windy conditions. Burchett's looking ready to run a lot of this offense, using those give and goes to get on the right side of that cup. This cup's really looking to trap on one sideline, putting a lot of pressure on the thrower right now. They managed to get out of that trap, and they send it deep.
Very nice.
Great read there. Great deep look to get out of that tough situation.
Just looking to move it to the middle, but that cup has been quite aggressive.
Yeah, Georgia Camden-Dunn is helping out with the handling work, helping out Georgie Bouchette at the moment. Expect to see them having a lot of the disc at this O point. Not afraid to just work it down that sideline. It comes off for them.
Great hands.
Oh, it looks like we got a hand block.
Oh, wow.
Zone building that pressure, building, and then Mark in that zone just pounces. Great hand block. Great read on that throw.
Here's a replay.
Oh, she reads that play beautifully. Gets that left hand out to slap it away. Now Hills are looking deep.
Oh, wow.
Great grab. Hits the turf to make sure of that one. Amazing grab by Katie Christian.
Lovely composure on the next throw as well.
Oh, look break side.
Oh,
uses the foot speed to run that one down, and Hills come in with a break. That timeout's really managed to swing the momentum their way.
That's right.
Got a great game in our hands. It's looking like a cracker. What do you reckon you've seen change from Hills, Angie?
Look, I think, like you said, first couple of points, maybe the execution wasn't quite there, but they definitely have all those connections. So just need a couple points just to smooth it out, and seeing their true colors here. Beautiful connections.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a miscommunication. Didn't quite get the force right. Just for that throw into the end zone there. And Hills exploiting it. Now we're going to see how Host Dinos are going to respond to this. Coming out with a very strong looking O-line. Hold the momentum. Great thing to notice, we have a lot of the Hills players this weekend wearing some Sloth socks. It's a great piece of merchandise. Sure, yeah, hopefully they put up the link for us all to buy some one day.
Oh, here's a close-up of him. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, fantastic. Look at that.
That was a strong sock game.
Don't think you'll see many sloths around the hills of Sydney, but we'll see them on the players of Hills. We've got a brick to start us off. It's going to give Host Dinos a great position to start from, right in the center of the field. Looks like Warbridge is handling on turn, and they're coming out in another zone again, Hills. Seemed very effective for them the first time. What are you going to look for Host that will break through this zone, Angie?
They've got some strong throwers behind that disc, so I reckon they're going to just try and move that wall until they get too tired to follow and just punch it in.
Use that experience to keep working through this zone.
That's right.
A lot of these women have seen a zone or two in their time, and a very risky throw comes out. A little question about whether it was down.
I think McCoy's just checking to see if the others thought it was up or down.
Let's see from the
Pretty
replay.
close to tell.
She did have her hand under that disc,
That's
but it's
right.
whether that edge hit the ground before her hand wrapped around it. Our game advisor, Anson Chu's coming on this field.
Even from this angle, it looked like could have gone either way.
Very, very close. It's maybe an ill-advised shot. One of the Hills players getting a hand on that one. Maybe try to force that through. And it looks like it's down, and so it's a turnover. Hills seeing a huge amount of success with that zone, forcing 2 turnovers from this Host Dinos team. And it's a very short field for them to work. Do they have the composure to get it through? Big deep shot goes up.
Oh, lovely
amazing grab. Look at that. And Hills are coming straight back into this game. Roaring back. 3-0 down. It is 3-all now. That zone working perfectly for them. And number 13, Hannah Wright, with a huge grab in the end zone. She really got up for that one.
The wind's picking up now, so I reckon that zone's going to be so effective for the rest of the game.
Yeah, a bit of the commentators cursed with the weather there. Talked about how lovely the weather's been all
That's
weekend.
right.
Here comes the wind.
Yeah, we definitely cursed it. Oh, beautiful grab.
Nice work by number 2 on Host there for avoiding contact as well. It's been a very clean game so far. Hope to see that continue. I'm not seeing much of a change from this Host Dinos O-line. They're trusting the same women to punch it out this time.
That's right.
Yeah, I think we're expecting Hills to come down another one of those zones. It's working so well for them. Big pull coming up, going to roll a little bit. And Warbridge is on the disc again. Looking to swing off that sideline. That's where the danger zone is, getting trapped down there. Nice swing comes up and a bit of a miscommunication. Host players not knowing which one the disc was intended for, and it hits the turf. Now Hills have got another short field to work it in. They've been very good in these end zone situations so far, Hills.
Warbridge looking for maybe a bit of a poachy block.
They're looking to get off the sideline now. Swings to the middle. That's where they want it. Bit of a low throw, but scooped out. And another floaty one comes up.
Very nice read.
Reads it again. Rosalie Ash with the score in the end zone.
That's right. That's another break for Hills.
And Hills have just stormed back into this game. It's really a game of swings, a game of points. And Hills are really putting on a run, putting on a show in this pre-quarter match, keeping their season alive. How much of it do you reckon those Sloth socks, Angie?
You know what? It's a good trick, you know, because Sloths are supposed to be really slow, but these guys are just hitting the ground running.
Yeah, Hills are enjoying that irony. Got some speedy cutters wearing those socks.
So it looks like Dinos has changed up the line a little bit.
Yeah, maybe putting out their D-line for this point. Host Dinos is a team that's focusing on fun, and smiles have not left yet, so that's a great sign for them to get back into this game.
they're ready to pull.
Number 86, Nikki Gangham with that pull. Let's see how far she can send it. We're expecting to see another zone look from this Hills team.
I reckon so. The wind keeps up, and it's definitely working, the zone look.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, the pull double helix is back in. Sure she meant that one.
Oh, lovely shot through the middle.
Slicing through that zone. That's what they were going to want to keep doing. Quick movement now from Hoss Dinos. Looking really good, and the throw comes up. Can she get there?
McCoy. Oh, great bid.
Amazing bid, hitting the turf there, but couldn't quite make it. That throw floating almost enough. That was a great, great effort. She understands how important this point is for Hoss Dinos as Hills get it moving quickly now. They're hitting those unders. They've been using their deep throws quite well so far to get them back in the game, Hills, but they're looking very patient right now. And there we go. Just as I say that, a deep shot comes up. And just too long. Look, that one was out the back of the end zone as well. Hoss is going to get another chance to work it through this zone. See if they can do it this time.
They're definitely attacking that zone a lot more aggressively this time, and I think that's working, so let's see him keep it up.
Yeah, looking for those short throws. As McCoy is bringing it up. Getting the disc in play. Great shot over that zone. They're swinging out now, fast movement. Doesn't quite pay off as we see another drop from Hoss. And Hills is moving it quickly, swinging out to those free open players.
Oh, lovely throw.
It's another goal for Hills. Sally Hill in the end zone. And Hills are punching back very, very strong. It's a great thing about that zone defense. Once you get that turn, it's very hard for the offense to match you on defense. The players are all over the place, and you'll have those free players in the end zone on that turn. If you're coaching Hoss, what would you be saying right now, Angie?
Oh, I think they're doing all the right things. They're being, like I said, being very aggressive in that zone. Just a few unlucky, miscommunications. And just watching that disc all the way into your hands. It's very underrated, but when it's windy like this and it bobbles, it makes a world of difference. So I think the connections are all there, maybe just a bit frazzled by the zone because it is a very high pressure zone. And when you're playing that aggressive, lots of hands in there. So
yeah, Hills are playing a very tight cup at the moment. It's working very well for them. And yeah, we can expect that from Hills coming up for this game. But we keep playing it until Hoss figures out how to break through. Big pull coming up from Nikki Gangham.
Oh,
big
straight
shot.
away. Oh, great read. Camden done with the goal. Beautiful throw from Eldred.
That's an amazing throw from Eldred, getting her team back in the game, using their long ball. And there's athletic receivers to run it down as well. Looks like Hoss have decided to stop running it through the zone and just put it deep, and it worked well for them that time. Looks like that exact same line staying out for this defensive point. Bit of a short point, that one. I think about 2 throws in it. Just this beautiful huck as we see coming up from Eldred.
Oh, so lovely. She just runs onto it, right in the end zone. Oh, that's ideal.
Great grab from Georgia Camden Dunn in that end zone. They might have drawn that one up on the line, knew what they were going to do.
Oh, that definitely looked like a play.
Maybe that's how Hoss Dinos is going to beat this zone.
We'll see if Hills switches it up or perseveres with their zone.
Expecting Hills to come out in a horror here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Dinos!
They're also really enjoying their long games, so another zone look, so zone offense for Hills.
Hoss Dinos responding with a zone of their own.
That's right.
It's like another tight cup around the disc, putting the pressure on, but Hills are very content to work it up the sideline at the moment. Not giving that zone enough time to set up properly. Held it on the mark there. Content with allowing them to take it back, but she doesn't want it to get off this sideline right here.
Looks for a swing. It's not quite there.
The Hills are proving quite patient at the moment, not looking to take any shots that aren't on.
Ooh, bit of contact.
Good bump there. Oh, just manages to keep that one in her hands. This goes up and a great run through block there.
Great block.
Oh, she read that like an absolute book. Again, Gross with a D there.
Again, Eldred with the disc. Oh, that was a
Berchek
great
gets
look.
a hand on it, but can't quite keep it. And it looks like they're going to set up this zone again. There we go. We see the block from Gross again. Here we go. Hossa talking a bit, making sure this zone's really set up, putting that pressure on right from the start.
Really allowing no reset there.
Yeah, Jess Lynn doing a lot of that handler work. Expect to see that number 17 shirt around this disc a lot during this point.
Directing traffic a bit as well. Oh, wow.
Gross comes up with another huge block.
Oh, straight away. Oh,
Berchek can hold on to it this time.
She's right outside the end zone. Very composed. Waiting for some backup. Oh, beautiful.
And Hossa responded back again. This truly is a game of runs. Hoss putting quite a few on their board. Their zone defense also causing a lot of problems for Hills.
So it's 5-all. Anyone's game now.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a very exciting game. Very hard to predict who's going to go through the quarterfinals from here. Both teams bringing their absolute A games. It's looking like coming out on defense is quite the advantage for these teams at the moment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We got the coach from Haas telling us, labeling his team a monster defensive team as well as Hills. And we can expect to see a lot more bids, a lot more blocks this game. Both teams have so far had a lot of success deep.
Looks like we're ready to go. Eldred with the pull. You reckon another zone?
I think we're going to see Haas coming out in another zone. It's worked very well for both teams. I think the only team that scored through the zone was Haas, and that was off a very big huck. Ball lands just before the brick mark. Hills going to look to move it quickly.
Yep.
You see a zone coming out from Haas Dinos right here. What are you seeing from this zone, Angie?
Oh, my goodness. It was looking pretty loose, but maybe they were just kind of baiting that block, you know?
Amazing block from Gail Cocking. Mabel Eldred with the disc again.
Oh.
A bit of a miscommunication in the handler space, and they turn it right back. It's a great opportunity for Haas there. They just threw away. Got Hills with the disc again. Calls a vertical from the sideline as they come out in a bit of a horror. It's looking a bit messy for this Hills offense, but they managed to get the handler swinging and moving the disc. Moving off that sideline very well. Fakes a huge hammer.
Oh.
Another big back end. Trying to move that mark. Oh, and it comes up down that line.
Oh.
Oh, great grab.
Kept it in. Very nice.
Yeah, keeping those feet inbounds for the grab. Getting Hills back on the board, up 6-5. Great spirit there as well. Players shaking hands. And what looks like a very spirited chat there. Great to see from both teams. So the zone getting another turn, but couldn't quite convert that time for Haas. What are you seeing from this Hills defense here on that turn, Angie?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like both teams have a really strong D-line, and so, you know, it's, yeah, it's really hard to say.
I think we've seen Hills relying on their handlers a lot to get that initial movement going as well. They're doing a lot of work in that handler space.
Yeah, both Hills and Dinos have strong handlers, and a lot of receivers who are keen to run for it. So, bit less of it since we're playing zone. But if we change it up, maybe we'll see a few more long shots go up.
One can only hope. It makes a very exciting ultimate.
It really does. Oh, we've got a roller.
Rolling pull.
Very nice roller there.
And Haas look to move it very quickly as Hills come out another zone. Looking like they're forcing it onto that far sideline right now. Oh, Haas using that movement very well. Looking like they've really settled into this zone offense.
So it's a two-person wall, so they've got two people watching that deep.
Yeah, it was a great swing out, but she couldn't hang on to the return pass. And Hills are back out on offense. Going out in a vertical stack this time, moving away from their traditional horror look. It's working quite well for them. Their handler goes up the line. Fakes those deeps, but it's not going to put it this time. Hits that inside. It's going to float up a lot.
Wolverine. Oh.
Great read. Manages to snag that one in and save possession for a team and puts it up again.
Oh.
Another huge block from Gen Gross. Gross having a huge game so far. Absolutely cleaning up defensively.
Oh, they're just working it through that zone, right down the middle of the field.
Yeah, cutting through the heart of that zone. That's where they don't want them to be. They're really trying to stop those throws through the middle. Now they've got Haas where they want him on that sideline right now.
Oh.
And once again, Haas working it through that middle really nicely.
Showing a lot of patience. The wind is picking up. Lots of patience. They're being very composed with it.
Yeah, very safe shots at the moment coming from Haas. Getting very close to the end zone here.
Oh, over the top. Oh, and all that patience just pays off. That's beautiful offense.
Yeah, Jules Cowley, the spirit captain, snagging that one in the end zone. Looking to pump her team up right now. You can't get much closer than this. Game's tied at 6. I think Haas really showing how to do some zone offense there. Going straight through the middle of the zone with some beautiful shots. Slicing and dicing through that cup. And a quick little flip celebration. It's very nice. Do you expect Haas to come out in a zone right now?
I reckon so. You know, both teams, their zones look a little bit different from each other, but both effective. So as long as the wind keeps up, I reckon it's a good idea.
What differences are we seeing in the zones?
Well, it's interesting. Hills is putting just a two-person cup. I guess they're worried about that deep threat a lot more, so they're putting 2 deep players. So, whereas Haas is more traditional 3-person. But we'll see if they change it up, because Hills is definitely looking to put those deep as well. Eldred again with the pull.
Very nice pull, arcing across that field.
Moving it quickly.
Yeah, Hills using that beautiful handler movement.
Just match here.
Yeah, looks like they're a bit of trouble finding their matchups. But they're really into their person defense now. Haas bringing a lot of energy on that mark.
And pick called downfield.
It's going to stop the play a little bit as the players figure out where they should be.
There's a thumbs up. Think we're right to go. Coming in on 4. Got Wallbridge standing off a play a bit, trying to bait a block.
Oh, it pays off for them this time. Wallbridge could see the future there. Eldred's coming to pick up the disc here. Swings to Bouchette.
Oh, beautiful play.
Wallbridge shoots it deep, but it's cleaned up by the Hills player, saving her team in the end zone that time. Some very quick movement from Hills. Oh, she thought about the bid, but didn't quite leave her feet in the end. And Hills are back on defense. Bichette's coming to pick up the disc. So those Hoss players are running back into that vertical stack. Elgin and Bouchette, two of the youngsters on this team, working it between them. Bouchette hits Wallbridge. She's doing a lot of work, Wallbridge. Her legs and her throws this game. Looks up the line to Bouchette.
Nice grab.
Great grab. Hoss managing to work it in three of their handlers.
Love a good handler goal. Up the line into the end zone.
Yeah, Bichette's streaming up the line and snagging out with the right hand. And Dinos once again grabbing that momentum. They're looking very strong at the moment. Having that movement, looking really, really good and managing to stifle Hills a little bit.
Here's this replay of Wallbridge. Such a nice throw.
Yeah, great bit of touch there from Wallbridge. She's one of the more experienced women on this team, and she's really shown that experience where it counts, pushing her team through this game. It's now Hills' turn to punch back. See if they can bring it out for this point.
Ball comes up.
And Hills moving it quickly once again through their handlers. Looks like we have a zone from Hoss Dinos. Another cup zone. Putting lots of people near that disc right there.
Oh, I think that's a call. Contact. It's a foul call. And
yeah, we're going to see the replay here. Lots of pressure in that zone. Throw comes up, knocked away. And they're talking about whether she maybe got a bit of hand in that block. I think both players come to the agreement that it was. It's a great spirit from both of them.
oh,
Big shot comes up.
nice look.
It's very nice. We can see that the Hoss defense is not putting any open side wing there. Trusting Gross to get some huge blocks. And
Great block.
oh, Gross comes up with the goods again in the end zone. She's having an absolute cracker of a game. Yeah, maybe almost baiting them to throw it to Gross. Knowing her prowess in the air around that end zone. Get to see that bit again. Oh, that's just excellent
beautiful
defense. Trying to move it off that sideline now, Hoss. Get it up the line in power position. Doesn't want to send it.
Pulses it. Oh, nice save.
A great bit to save it, but can't quite conserve that greatness.
They're looking to try and trap it. Really denying that reset. Oh.
Big shot comes up. Can Gross get it again?
Oh.
Swats it out of the air. Oh, we maybe have a call though on the play.
Here's the replay again.
Does look like she comes through on that play, but I'm not sure if there was a whole lot of contact. Got some perspectives on the field and perspectives from our game advisors as well. How did that look to you, Angie?
It's kind of hard to tell. It does look like there was a bit of contact. Sometimes it's up to the players to decide how much of a bid they had on it. But non-contact sport, so if there's contact, you're entitled to call it. So we'll see how this resolves.
Yeah, best part of this game, you always have the best perspective on if someone's caused contact on you or not, and you're in the best position to call it. Number 5, Georgia Camden Dunn, offering her perspective on the play as well. We're going to our game advisors. The stylish green shirts have been helping us out a lot this weekend.
So it looks like they're sending it back.
Yeah, on a contested foul. They couldn't quite come to an agreement in the end. Hills once again are going to have to try work it through this stifling Hoss Dinos zone.
You reckon she's going to look for the end zone again?
I reckon it's paying off for them. And it's very hard to move it off the sideline right now. Got a very tight cut from Hoss Dinos, but they manage it. Once again, looking for that quick movement through that cup. Those give and goes working really well for this experienced Hills team. The handlers expected to do a lot of the work this point. And they put it deep into the end zone.
Very nice. I mean, they just look so comfortable with chipping that around. So patient.
Yeah, once they got those swings off the sideline, it was smooth sailing for Hills there, and they pay it off with a point. Nice grab as well as this wind picks up. She had to go to her knees for that one, but secured it very nicely.
So it's evens again. So.
Yeah, I believe this is Galaxy Point.
Galaxy Point, love it. So Dinos have a chance to take half.
Yeah, Dino's going to come out on offense.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon Hills going to throw another zone out there, or are they going to stick to their match?
I think zones are working very well for both teams. So, yeah, I'm expecting to still see that Hills Cup coming out again. Was putting a lot of pressure on Hoss, forcing them to work it very patiently. Or if the disc is in Eldred's hand, just put it up.
Oh, that's right. Wallbridge is on this point as well for Dino, so I reckon she's definitely contend to put it up as well.
Bring out a cracking line for this one, Hoss. A lot of their experienced women, some who've played on the original Hoss women's teams.
Zoning again. Bit of a different look, more of a arrowhead style look.
Yeah, not letting Hoss settle into one zone look right now. Bouchette, nice and patient with it, swings it out to Wallbridge. Looks like Hills are putting a bit of pressure on that reset handler right now. They managed to slice through that middle there. Great inside look. Once again, looks for it again, just out of reach. Oh, Bouchette goes to ground to grab that one. It's agreed that it's up. Once again, they look through the middle. Hills are really going to need to stop those looks if they're going to slow Hoss down. Nice and patient, very close to the block there, Hills, but can't quite make it.
Oh, McCoy's working really hard this point. Oh, lovely.
Great goal.
Looked like a bit of an assassination on McCoy there.
Yeah, it did.
Zone.
Noticing who maybe the strongest players are in that Hoss team, but opening up a lot of gaps through the middle. Maybe a look that we won't see again, and Hoss Dinos managed to take half. Very close, exciting game. Could go either way.
Here's a replay of that goal. So much composure outside that end zone. It's always so tempting just to toss it in, but very calm and collected.
Yeah, Hoss content to chip it around until that shot opened up. They took it beautifully. Hoss has really responded well to these zone points.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll take a break for halftime and we'll be back soon.
All right, back with you from Canberra. Good old sunny old Canberra. We got Daniel Hellick-Smith and Angie Toe here, commentating a very exciting game between Hoss Dinos and Sydney Hills at the moment. Dinos from Melbourne, Hills from Sydney. A very exciting game so far. It's been a game of swings, really, is what we've seen.
Eldred with the pull. Don't know she was...
Oh, head in her hands for that one. Eldred will not want to watch the replay there. And trying to look for that inside-out throw, but couldn't get it to come back in at all. It's landed well behind the commentary booth, well behind us right now. And Hills are going to have a nice short field to work it in. Eldred still with a smile on her face. That's good to see.
So it looks like it's just match. Just a strong match look.
Once again, Hills move it quickly through their handlers, swinging it off the sideline.
Some beautiful movement.
Yeah, looking for those swings to open up space on that break side. Can't quite hit it there, so swings it right back. And a big shot comes up.
Lovely. Oh, so clinical.
It's a great goal. Jess Zhang grabbing it in the end zone there. And Eldred with the shirt over her head, trying to hide her face from the cameras. She knows that one's probably on her at that point. I'm sure a young player playing on the Terror campaign, she won't let it get to her. She's had some excellent throws this game. And here we are, seeing the replay there. So we see Hills very content to just swing it around in their handlers, wait for those shots to open up. It's great patience from that experienced handler core. Zhang with a great grab in their end zone there. Signals the goal before the game advisor. It's a great celebration. Got the coach from Hills as well, rocking the scarf belt.
Yeah, I reckon Woody's is trying to wear as much green as possible. It's a good look.
Very respectable choice. The pull coming up now from Hills. Another big pull. With the inside-out shape, and it lands just in. Georgia Camden Dunn picking up the disc, centering it to Warbridge straight away. And they're slicing through that zone from the off. I think they knew that Hills was going to set up in that zone. We're ready to respond. Gross looking for a way out. He's had a great game so far with some very clutch blocks. Warbridge showing off her throws there, slicing through that zone. They're going to look to her quite consistently, trying to get it around that zone.
Oh.
Big shot comes up, but a great defense. Joe McKellar in the end zone. She read that one.
Looks like there was a call somewhere. Maybe before it was thrown. There was a wave, but not a hand signal.
Yeah, having a discussion now. Yeah, it looks like the call did come before the throw. Maybe having a conversation now about whether it affected the outcome of that play.
It's always hard when you can't hear what they're saying.
It is always hard. The conversation does look very respectful, which is nice to see. Both teams know the gravitas of this moment, but not getting worked up in their calls and showing a lot of respect towards their opposition.
Might have been something on the throw, because... Okay, so...
Yeah, looks like the D's going to stand. Hills with the disc again after the great grab from McKellar there. And McKellar's going to tap it in and bring it up to that end zone line. Hoss looking like they're maybe coming out in a poacher defense, switching straight back to person, but it forces that turnover. And Hoss are going to get a nice short field to work it in as Hills set up with the... Oh, Hills.
No, I reckon match, yeah.
Yeah, Hills are shooing that zone. Big shot comes up from Warbridge. Oh, the Hills player sniffing down her neck, but she manages to snag that one. And Hoss Dinos up again. 9-8. Keeping it very, very close, though. Hills are sniffing down their necks that entire point. Contesting every single throw. Both teams really, really bringing it. Now in the second half will determine whether their season continues on to the quarterfinals or not.
Oh.
Oh, nice patience from the Hoss player there. Clarice Tan grabbing that end zone goal. Looks like Eldred has passed on the disc to Bichette after her last pull. And once again, that experienced Hills O-line is out. Maybe thinking about and expecting that zone to come from Hoss. Bichette with a big pull. Oh, it's a brick. Just drifted out at the last moment there. And Hills are going to get a setup right on this brick mark, in the center of the field. Toss comes out in another zone.
Oh, very lovely.
Some great initial movement from Hills. Managing to exploit that space, but they've now let it grow a bit stagnant.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, and the turnover. Couldn't quite secure that grab. So they looked up the line. That zone putting on a lot of pressure for Hills.
Yeah, it's completely denying that backwards reset that you usually have.
Yeah, Bichette streams up the line. Wants it deep, but decides not to send it to Eldred.
Eldred's pointing. She's pointing fat side.
Oh, great snag there. Jules Cowley showing off the grabs. And Bichette dancing in that handler space. Cowley manages to hit her. Swings it out. Oh, can't quite secure it. Camden Dunn just out of reach. And Hoss are going to set up in this zone again. What are you seeing from this zone, Angie?
Oh, looks like they're going to try and trap it here. They're really denying that easy reset.
Oh, Eldred maybe comes a bit too far around on the mark, giving that swing out.
Oh, very lovely.
And he'll swing it right back.
Bit of a chance to break through the middle here.
Hills are
Lovely
really
swing.
opening up the field.
Oh, they're really making Dinos work. It's exhausting chasing that disc back and forth.
Yeah, you can see there's the Cup struggling to keep up, and they shoot
Oh.
into the end zone for a great goal.
Oh, that's just textbook.
And Giesler in the end zone there. That is great offense we're seeing there from Hills. Really exploiting all the gaps in that Hoss Dino zone. And once again, managing to tie the game up. You can see those big swings coming out, opening up that whole space on that sideline there. And a shot straight up the sideline.
That is just some lovely offense.
Very nice. Hills using the whole field. Giving up trying to jam it down that sideline and just swing it out instead. It's looking a lot better for him.
Yeah, sometimes when you're trapped on that sideline, you forget how big the field is. They've used that width so well.
Definitely be the case. We have Dinos coming out on offense now. Eldred staying on the field. Expect to see her getting a lot of minutes. Got Hills looking to take the upper hand, coming out on defense. Nice pull coming up. She manages to keep it in. Swinging out to Eldred. Just to move it back to the handlers quickly. Great up the line from Cowley.
Oh.
She puts it deep. Gross is chasing.
Oh, what a great grab.
What a snag by Gross.
Amazing.
Oh, there's
bit of a travel called.
I believe there's a travel call.
On that throw, maybe, actually.
I think it was a shot by Cowley. She streams up the line here.
Yep.
I've taken one or too many steps there.
Beautiful grab, though. Oh.
Look at that. Sticks out the left paw and absolutely snags it in the end zone there, but we're going to be bringing it back. Gross is having a huge game in that deep space. Let's see if they can do it again. And Cowley might be looking for it. And there we go.
Looks for it again.
Sends it up to Gross again. She's under it, reading it.
Oh.
Oh, can't quite reach it that time.
There's a bit of, we've got a, possibly an injury call on the field.
Yeah, it looks like Parker's come down. Yeah, you can see it there. Maybe not contact, but an ankle may have just landed wrong on the turf. It's a sad sight to see.
Yeah, that's definitely an injury call on the field.
Yeah, getting a bit of help off the field now, walking very gingerly on that leg. Hills player showing off some breakdancing moves.
All right, tapped in.
And Haas are going to have to bring the defense here. Got a pick straight off the bat. That Hills offense is maybe looking a bit cramped, a bit crowded. Tapped back in. A big shot comes up straight away. Gross is under it though. Manages to shepherd it right out. Eldred's walking over to pick up the disc. Gonna be doing some of the handling work with Cowley. Oh, an inside look, hits the turf. Just a bit low from Eldred there. And Hills back on offense.
Oh, very nice grab.
Yeah, well,
Right.
came straight to that, attacking it, straight back to the handlers. Juggling that grab, but just to grab it right in the breadbasket there. Hills really content to work these unders.
That's right. And some really nice grabs this point as well. Such safe hands.
Yeah, eschewing the use of two hands, Hills at the moment. Throwing those one-handed snags.
Oh.
Can't quite make it that time. And Eldred with a run-through block right there. Winning the disc back for Haas. It's like she may have used her jaw on that one.
Oh, no.
We'll see it from the replay here.
Yeah, I think that was a gin.
Got smashed right in the jaw there. That one's surely to hurt a little bit. She's not letting it affect her as she comes through big under and sends it deep.
Beautiful.
That is an amazing shot. Oh, read beautifully.
So lovely.
Oh, that's a great grab from Danny Roberts and an even better throw from Eldred there. It's not often you see that, the face block to the huge flick huck in a point. That is some great ultimate from Haas.
That's two great stats for Eldred at this point.
Yeah, she is holding her jaw at the moment, but smile still on that face. We can see it here, an amazing huck. And just floating right there. Danny Roberts manages to box out her player and gets up for the nice big grab.
Very well read.
Game still a nail biter.
That's right.
9-10, both teams trading coming out of half. Neither team wanting to give an inch at this crucial point in the game. What do you reckon Hills need to bring to get that crucial break back, Angie?
Oh, look, it's hard to say. Dinos are just on fire. I feel like Hills has a lot more to give, though, so I reckon they'll come up firing. Maybe even for poor reception play. We'll see.
Yeah, Hills definitely need to try and neutralize that Haas deep game so they come out on offense. Nice under, moving it straight back to the handlers, though. Really trusts to do a lot of this throw-in work for Hills. Looking upfield, working the unders.
Oh.
Can't quite get there. Throw is maybe a little bit too far away, a little bit behind. And Haas are in a great position. Bouchette sends it deep.
Straight away.
Oh, a bit too much sauce on that one. Callie was streaming after it.
Too many Wheaties.
Hills definitely looking for that pass, though. They had quite a few defenders in that area ready to stream deep if it was put up. So maybe Hills reading the Haas game plan a little bit. Hills coming out in a vertical stack, but pushing it very close to the sideline now. Walking out, trying to give that initiation cut a lot of space. And comes straight up the line. We've got a player wide open deep. Not going to put it though.
Not looking.
Once again, they're just working it up that sideline. You're not quite confident in her puts, and she puts it up now. Gets under it. Bouchette gets up.
Wow, great D.
Oh, that is a fantastic read. And now she's trying to work through the offense. Comes straight up the line there.
Oh.
Showing that razor-sharp patience. Now walking it through their experienced handlers. Warbridge is on the disc now. It's a crucial point for Haas. If they can get this break. McCoy streams up the line. And this goes straight up into the end zone. Oh, just out of reach of Bouchette. Streaming to go get it. Once again, Haas are going to come straight back on D. Looks like they're slightly overreaching with their deep shots this game. Not this point, not quite allowing them to connect. And Hills content to take their time with this disc, allowing their players to set up perfectly.
We've got Sally Hill walking up to get the disc. Looks like they're just reverting back to a normal vert here. Dino's very aware of that deep threat.
They're very worried about it. Got Bouchette lurking in that space. We've seen her take a few big grabs already this game. Some great handler defense, but they managed to just get it to her. Straight up the line again. The Haas player breathing down their necks. But once again, they're just working those up the lines. And a big shot goes up.
Oh,
a bit of contact body on body. The Hills player manages to come back and reads it best. Swings it back to the handlers and a shot through to the end zone. That's a great score from Hills. Just Zhang with the goal again. And Hills punching straight back, keeping the game tied at 10s now. Very exciting game, and Hills with some smooth flowing offense there. What do you reckon is going to be the key to finishing off this game?
Oh man, I don't even know anymore. Both teams are looking so good and so strong. With a game where they're trading back and forth like this, I feel like it's really hard to call it.
Yeah, it's going to be very tight right till the end. You see Zhang using that speed, that foot speed to get open. That four-side cone. It's looking like Warbridge is staying out for this point. Haas relying on all her years of experience to get the job done. Big pull from Hills. Shepherd sending that pull deep in to Haas's half. And Hills setting that zone, but Haas managing to make them work straight off the bat. Swinging it far out, using those short passes. Swings out to Eldred.
Oh.
Eldred the great around.
Oh, great shot through the middle.
Yeah, right through the guts of that zone, and once again, this Hills zone really struggling to set back up.
Oh, great shot.
Eldred with the great around.
Oh, that's just beautiful offense.
Straight into the end zone. Haas getting it done through the Hills zone. They struggled a lot at the beginning of this game, but they seem to have really worked out that Hills zone. Managed to just work it through beautifully there. What do you reckon's been the key for Haas to beat that zone?
I think at the start they weren't being very aggressive, but after they started being really aggressive with their offense, they're just punching it right through the middle, being a bit more confident with their looks. You know, at the start they were maybe looking off some of their options, but now they're just punching them through. It's really paying off, and they're being so composed as well.
Yeah, we can see that composure right there. Intent to swing it out, open up the gaps. None of the Hoss players wanting to hang on to it for that zone offensive point. Now we got Eldred on the pull again.
I reckon maybe they'll go match this point.
Yeah, Hoss maybe going to look to bring that pressure, rely on their athleticism to get the job done. Eldred with a bouncing pull this time. And Hills runs down to get those swings off, so you know they enjoy.
Pick call downfield.
Yeah, it looks like we're seeing match defense from Hoss this point. Believing they've got their matchups covered.
Oh!
And Rose with the run through
Great
D.
block.
Oh, she's been absolutely clutch this game and picks up an absolute another.
Oh, double happiness.
And they're going to look for it straight off.
Oh.
Sticks out 2 hands, but can't quite secure it. Looking for that double happiness, but can't make the grab in the end zone.
She's having a great game. She's working so hard.
Absolute cracker. She's been incredible for Hoss on defense, especially this game. Giving them a huge range of blocks, especially in that deep space. But also seeing her prowess in that under space just then. Big shot comes up. Looks like that's going to come out. Commentating's a dangerous game. There we go. You can see the beautiful design on those Div 2 discs. Share with the discs.
Oh.
Can't quite get it off that sideline. Throw is a bit behind Cowley. And Hills in the middle of the field. Can they find their composure to work it through? It's a nice smear cut there. And to gain a few meters. This Hills is looking to move it upfield, but has to settle for the dump back to the handlers. Playing without a dump at the moment, but relying on their cutters to get free downfield. Swings it back around. Great up the line shot there. Oh, bit of frustration there, bit of a miscommunication between the Hills players. Results in a very unfortunate turnover. A big shot comes up.
Straight away.
I think Eldred was looking for that one. Hits Camden Dunn. He hits Gross. But we have a pick call that's maybe going to bring this back.
I reckon it was on her, so.
Yeah, they're going to have a little discussion.
Oh, maybe she'll keep with the disc. She might just catch up.
Yeah, disc looks like it's going to stay with Gross. But yeah, Hoss looking to move it very quickly off the turnover. And that fast offense has worked very well for them this game. Disc is tapped back in. Gross looking upfield. Hits Bichette. Hills breathing down their necks.
Looking fat side to the round.
Huge shot. Oh, Camden Dunn read that late.
Oh, she saw it right last second.
Yeah, couldn't quite secure that grab. The Hills handler communicating with her players. Vicky Gangham directing traffic.
Love it when handlers do that.
Yeah, she knows where she wants to put it. And hits that under straight off the bat. Hills having a lot of success in this horror look. A big disc comes up. Cowley's in that space. Oh, but Rosalie Ash manages to get the huge grab over Cowley and looks up the line. That is a beautiful touch throw there. Big crossfield shot. Can she get there running after it hard? Oh, the disc just bounces off her hands.
Great effort, though. Great look, great cut.
It's a great chase. You're going to see the replay here. So heartbreakingly close for Hills. We've got Cowley bringing the disc in on that end zone line. It's Bichette. We've got a call, got a travel call. Straight from the throw. She maybe didn't have her foot in the exact place it should have been.
Oh, it looks like she just took a bit of a step forward with a pivot foot.
Yeah, we're going to get our game advisors in here. Absolute experts on the play. It's an uncontested travel. The disc is going to stay with Cowley. Cowley swings it off to Burchett. It's McCoy. And Haas once again looking to move it very quickly. Don't want to let that stall count get high. Oh, and Eldred, maybe an ill-advised huck there. Looking for Gross. But that disc did not come out as she planned. Hills managing to get up and get the D there. It's been a long point.
Yep, Hills is wasting no time here.
Yeah, Hills using every inch of their experience this point to get the job done. Content to be on the disc for a bit longer. Some great handler defense from Gross, but they managed to swing it out. Jess Lynn puts up a huge flick huck. Oh, and coming back to read it. Number one, Rosalie Ash. It's a very nice grab. She read that very well. That was a very good look from Jess Lynn. Managing to end that long point. Once again, Angie.
It's evens again, so. Oh man, who knows?
Yeah, very intense half. Both teams unable to get the upper edge. But Hills, they're going to need the break to win this game, to get themselves that berth in the quarterfinals. So you see this huge huck from Lynn. And Ash with a great read in the end zone. Managing to secure that long point for Hills. Excellent throw. Lynn's been doing a lot of the handling this game. Seen her put up some very big hucks. I think Hills going to need a few more of those from her this game.
All right. Dinos back on offense. It's a hand from Wallbridge. Looks like they're ready to pull.
Ash putting up the pull. Bit of a low driver this one, but does get some very nice meters on it.
It's another two-person wall.
Yeah, Bichette back to Wallbridge. Hills sticking with this zone look, despite the fact that Haas have managed to work through it the last few points. And Lily Barring doing great work popping and getting through that zone. Really looking to break through. Her and Wallbridge having some great connections. For a team that does not train together much, this Haas Dinos team really knows how to work through a zone.
That's some beautiful movement.
Once again, Barring, the person that they're looking for through the middle of this zone. Disc is with Burchett now. Swings back to Wallbridge. Straight back to Barring. Once again, through the middle. Hills are going to have to find a way to contain her through this zone. Wallbridge. Going to hit it back, swings it.
Oh, great hands. Saved it.
Very good hands. And that's
oh my goodness.
Dinos managing to sneak it through that zone once again. Keep themselves up on top. That's be quite demoralizing after a very long offensive point from Hills. Dinos just getting it done. And a timeout is called. Maybe a veteran move from the Hills team, giving their offensive players a bit of a break, a bit of time to rest. As we see, Haas's experienced hands getting it done. Oh, great.
Way to hold on to it.
Yeah, manages to save that, kept her eyes on the disc. And there we go, slicing and dicing. Haas Dinos moving it through.
So, timeout from Hills. What do you reckon they're going to do after this timeout?
I think Hills have been looking good. I think they need to stick to their game plan. Keep moving around the handlers until those shots downfield open up. I think especially even when they've crammed it through that sideline, cramming it in the cram holes, actually looks quite good for Hills this game. I'm really trusting those handlers. I think the problems that we've seen from Hills has been when they've relied on that deep game so much. It's a very hard thing to do against a team as athletic as this Haas Dinos. I think, yeah, if they can keep working on those unders, keep using that fast movement, those veteran handler presences, I think Hills will look strong to get this next point. What are we expecting to see from this Hoss Dinos team?
Oh, look, you know, Dinos is going to be firing off that point, so they're not going to want to give him an inch. So their match is looking really strong, so maybe they'll pull a bit of that out as well. Like you said, very athletic. They'll contest everything, so yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we've got Warbridge staying out. She knows that this is a very important point for Dinos. They can punch us in, maybe open up a bit of a gap on Hills. But as we see in this half, getting that all-important break has proved very elusive for both teams. The offenses have really cleaned up their games.
That's right.
There you go, Eldred on the pull again. Choosing to stay a bit away from the sideline, maybe a wise choice.
The wind has picked up a bit more.
Big outside
in. Oh, that's beautiful.
That one's going to bounce and roll a little bit. Safe hands though from Hills. And it's looking like a zone from Hoss.
Yeah, it's a bit looser, giving them a bit more space in front of the disc.
Yeah. 3 people around that cup. A big mark of gross in that space. Trying not to let those rounds out. Lynn manages to get it off that sideline. And a hit looks straight back to Lynn. She's doing a lot of work handling for this Hills team. Some great throws. Look back to her once again. She manages to get them off the sideline. Can they hit that swing? Not quite on. Straight back to Lynn. Gross trying to put that pressure on that mark. But can't let the arounds.
Oh,
Ash, safe pair of hands. And Hills are getting it moving through this zone. Trying not to let that cup get set up. Give it a moment. Now they're swinging it across. Putting it back on that 4th sideline where Hoss Dinos wants them.
Lynn again trying to get off that sideline.
He's trying very hard.
Oh, beautiful.
Very nice touch flick into space there. Really helping her team out of a tough spot. Ash is now holding onto the disc. It's Lynn again.
Oh, no.
Straight through the hands of Lynn. Wind maybe playing a few tricks on that disc. But just when they were looking very, very good punching through that zone. Unfortunate turnover, and Warbridge is picking up the disc. Straight up the line from Camden Dunn.
Oh, great block.
Amazing run through defense. Lim saving her team when they needed it most. Really using the foot speed to get that block there. Gangham's picking up the disc right on the edge of the goal line.
Oh.
Inside flick. It looks like there was a call.
I think it was a pick call, so I think the turnover will stand.
Yeah, turnover as it stands through the hands of Zhang. Eldred's going to go pick up the disc.
She's jogging it up as well. She's asking for a deep cut. Oh,
and
there
she
it goes.
sends it deep.
There it goes.
Maybe a bit of an ill-advised huck there, forcing a look when it maybe wasn't on. The Hills defense is definitely cottoned on to that's what Hoss likes to do. They're streaming deep. This is giving Hoss a very good position to set up. Bit of huck and D. It's maybe not the prettiest strategy, but it can work quite well. As we come out, we've got a big mark of gross. Very flat cup from Hoss Dinos here. Big shot comes over the top. The game can't read it. The wind pushes it right back into that Hills end zone.
Just enough pressure to make that throw quite hard.
Dino's going to have a very good opportunity knocking on the door of the end zone, that all-important break. Oh, Eldred cutting a little bit too soon. Warbridge walks back to the line, smile on her face.
She's made eyes with Warbridge. She's looking.
Oh, comes back.
Oh.
Beautiful inside shot.
That's so lovely.
That's a wonderful goal. Danny Roberts snagging it in the end zone off that beautiful inside look from Warbridge. Using every inch of her experience here to push her Dinos team to the brink of the quarterfinals. Hills maybe looking a bit demoralized after that point. What do you reckon Hills needs to do to bring it back?
Oh, look, they just can't. They just can't. You've got to be relentless, you know. Got to keep pushing.
Yeah, I think some of those heads need to go up. They can't let themselves get out of this game.
They've got the players, they've got the throws, you know, you just got to this is now the time for a comeback if you're going to do it. So
yeah, so you see Wallbridge here wearing that Della shirt. She called herself the worst Della before this game, but a very nice inside look there.
Hills is still in it, so we'll see what they pull out at this point.
Over the pull. The wind has significantly picked up.
It really has.
It's going left to right on your screens at the moment. It's going to be an upwind pull. Bichette managing to fight through the wind.
That's very nice.
It's a pull just above half.
Jen, push up a little bit. Jen, push up.
Another zone look from Hoss Dinos. Wallbridge on the mark. It's again 3-woman cup. Slices to the inside, but a miscommunication. And Dinos are happy with that. Very unfortunate for Hills. It was a nice look through that zone, but it's not quite on the same page as her cutter.
Oh.
The big throw comes up, looking for Gross. A huge
toes
grab.
it in. Wow.
Toes it in,
And a
throws the disc in the air.
Wow.
Oh, she is chuffed with that one. And I believe that is game. Gross finishing it off with a huge grab. Showing off her athleticism there. I think that may have been the difference in this game.
Yeah, that's right.
Diana's just edging it out. So had those huge grabs, big blocks, use their athleticism to get that edge over Hills as we see this last shot go up. Big grab from Gross.
Great grab.
Both feet down. Absolutely no doubt about it.
I mean, that was such a close game the whole way through, and they just managed to pull away at the end. But that could have been Hills' game as well, so.
Yeah, fantastic game. Hills did a great job. Down at half, came back out. Didn't pull any punches, but Hoss manages to take away right at the end there. Very well-spirited game as well. Great spirit shown by both teams, both players. Yeah, Hoss moving on to the quarterfinals.
Oh, amazing.
This Dinos team showing that you don't have to practice together to play well together.
Yeah, you need to go on a wine tour together.
If every training was like that, maybe a lot more people would play Ultimate.
Awesome. So this has been Angie and Dan with AUCDII. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back really soon.
AUCDII.TV